we're going to do an art project this week that you can do during the week or on the weekend. So the first thing is you're going to get a frame. It might look like this. It might be a slightly different design. This could be your 4th of July project. This could just be a frame that you want to do for somebody else, for yourself, whatever. We have tissue paper. We're going to use glue and water. It's basically Mod Podge or Decopauge for any of you who have done this before. So it's going to be painting glue on and then adding paper in strips. And then maybe we're going to add some fireworks or something else up above it. So if you love Disneyland, you can make it look like Disneyland. You could do whatever you want. Like Tiffany always says, art is your own. Okay, here we go. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is I've already taken it out of the plastic. We're going to go ahead and take the paper out of it, okay? So we're going to just bend the little metal pieces in back and pull that little paper out, okay? Just like that. And then we're going to just set it right here. Now, do not lose the little wood piece, okay? Because you need it later so that when you're making it, it can stand up. But you know, if you want it to go this way, I guess that doesn't work on this one, so I lied. I was going to say, I think it's going to have to go this way. Okay, there you go. Let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take some glue, just like this, and we're going to squirt it out. Jenna might come look and see how much I'm doing, just so she can. We're going to do about that much glue, and then we're going to add just about that much water. It's half and half. Now some people actually buy Mod Podge, but Mod Podge is usually a little thick. And you can just use plain glue too, because plain glue always dries clear and shiny. If you guys want it to be glossy, 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 you can add a little glossy latex, clear glossy latex paint, but we don't have that here today. Okay, so we got that all mixed up. We have all of our pretty colors. Now for those of you who wanted to do it for 4th of July, you have some stars, you have some red, and some white, and some blue, and some sparkles. For those of you who want to do Disney or something bright, you have other colors that are really cool. What I thought I would do today, because I love color, is I wanted to see if we took our primary colors, yellow, blue, and red, how many colors we can get on our paper with just 3 colors of paper. So I'm going to, and you know, I like the idea of torn paper more than cut paper. So I'm going to take them just like this, and I'm going to rip them in strips. Some of them will be thin strips, some of them will be thick strips, just like that. So now, I'm wondering if anybody can guess how many colors we're going to get as we're doing this. We start with 3 colors. Are we going to end with 3 colors? Or are we going to have more? Maybe we're going to have 4 colors or 5 colors. It's kind of a fun experiment. So, Jenna, you're filming. What color do you want me to start with? What color do you think would be the prettiest color to start with?
I think you start with blue.
Blue? Okay, very good. And do you want it at the top or at the bottom?
Top.
Okay, let's do it. So the very first thing you're going to do, now you may have to make more of this glue as you're going, so don't worry about it. You are just going to thoroughly coat. We're just going to start at the top. Go ahead and get that inside, and then we'll slowly add more. Get the edges around the outside of it, and we're going to add some blue. I'm going to go just like that. And then remember, once you get it on there, go ahead and coat it with a little more glue. Now, even if it sticks on the paper that you put underneath, that's what I forgot. Don't forget to put paper underneath so it doesn't stick to your table. You can rip that paper off later. It'll be okay once it's dry. Okay, we got some blue. I'm going to add a couple of pieces of blue. So we get some dark blue because it gets darker. You'll see. As you go over it, if you put extra pages or extra pieces, you get a really dark blue, and here, we'll get all the way to here. We'll go really dark blue. Okay. So now you can see you got light blue and dark blue. And I'm going to go one more blue, so I'm going to paint down just a little ways. Now this one I'm going to cut in half because we're already down to small places, right? And I'm going to go right here. Okay, and right here. Okay, I'm going to start with blue and end with blue, and you'll see why in just a minute, I think, or as soon as we're done. Okay, and you don't have to videotape. You know, we're going to be able to cut. Our first color on top of the blue is going to be red this time. Let's see what color we get. I'm going to go fully on the blue on both sides so we can see what color we get. Do we get red? Do we get a different color? Let's see. Oh, maybe the red's too thick. I don't know. It shouldn't. Well, our experiment may not have worked, but we'll see. Let's keep going. Let's go a little more red. Sorry. And again, as you see, I'm just kind of going anywhere randomly because I kind of like that idea. Just kind of randomly getting the colors all in there. Get a little more red here. We're still leaving a space for the yellow. See what color we'll end up with. And just get lots and lots of glue on there. Okay, so now let's try the yellow. So this turned out to be not as purple as I thought it would be, but normally when you put red and blue together, you get a purple. We may have to add just a little blue over the red. See if we can get it or not, maybe. I've done it with other tissue paper. I'm not sure what's happening today. Or maybe when it dries, we'll see the color a little better. And yellow over red usually gives us orange. And so it gives us a little more of an orange color than what we had. That red is a really intense red. It's coming through everything. Oh, that one came out pretty good. Can you see the green in there? When you add yellow to blue, you get green. It's kind of a cool thing about those primary colors. That's what we call it. Primary colors. Red, yellow, and blue are primary colors, and they help us come up with all the other colors that we have. A little piece of blue over this red right here just to see if we can get that purple to show up just a little bit better. Oh yeah, see the blue over the red actually makes that purple. What do you think, Miss Jenna?
Looks nice.
I think that
I
one
like that.
kind of shows our purple a little bit there. And you know, I feel like we have so much blue on here. I don't know, but that's okay because we got some other things we're going to add to it. So now again, just make sure it's all glued down on the inside and the outside. I get that it's going to stick to the paper underneath, but that's okay. When you're finished with it, you can just cut it all apart when it's dry and do that, okay? But really quick though, we decided that we were going to do a little bit of something else with this. We were going to add some fireworks to this. We're going to give you a few of the pipe cleaners so you can figure out what you want to make. If you want to make a spider, if you want to make, I don't know, use your creative things and stick on there, you can. If you want to make somebody's name, you could certainly make somebody's name on there. We have a very pretty rainbow that showed up here with all of the primary colors. I love all of that. Pick this up just like that. Again, you're going to let it dry. Make sure it stays all stuck. You can go ahead when you're picking it up and pull it to the back. It's not a problem. Or you can leave it dry. That's okay too, because you don't want to rip all the tissue paper. Just like this. Okay. And, okay. And then you can put the little guy in there. Okay, so that it will sort of sit. Oh, it can sit like that. That way there's less of it touching the paper. Okay. And then, since this is going to be the top and we're thinking about how are we going to get our fireworks on there, where's the big one and the little one? The little one can go right down here if we want. We could just put a little glue right there, stick it right here, let it dry. Now with pipe cleaner, you got to add a lot of glue so that it stays. Yep, see, it just wants to, let's turn it over and see if we can get it flat enough to stay. Bend it up, bend it up, bend it up. You can bend it back down once it's all dry. So it's in there to stay. I'm going to just lift this up right here and go right there, and I'm going to put a big glob of glue that comes down and goes on it so that when it's done, it will be glued on there. The glue will dry, and you have your project. So you could do a pretty rainbow. I won't lie, I look at this right now and I'm like, that's really pretty. But you know how I could make it even prettier if I really wanted to? Or in my mind, you could do whatever, is you could go ahead and come along and add some other sides to it. Some sparkly sides. Come along here and you could do a pretty sparkly. You could actually do the sparkly all over it if you wanted to. The one color that we didn't make in here is we have the blue, the yellow, the orange, the red, the purple, and that. But you know, pink is a really hard color to make. We could add some white to that, or we could happily, if we just want to throw some pink in there, because you know, I like color. I won't lie to you. I want everything so colorful. And the pink actually will probably make a pretty purple here also. Let's see. Let's see. I like to do this to make sunsets. If you ever want to make a sunset out of decoupage on paper, you can make beautiful, beautiful sunsets. So I'm going to just throw some pink in there because I want it colorful and bright. And if you saw my bedroom, you would totally understand. Or my house. So there we go. Okay, that's it. Again, you'll have pipe cleaners, you'll have a little bit of everything. It'll dry. When we're all done, I'm going to just stand it up for you so you'll see what it kind of look like, and then I'll put it back down. If we get that glued on there right, it'll look just like that. We gave you some pretty little gemstones, I think, that are sticky. So you can figure out your design. You could make your name out of them. You could say mom, you could say dad, you could say, if it's for 4th of July, you could say the 4th. You could write the year, 2020. Whatever you can figure out that you can make with this. I'm just going to make a couple other little fireworks with it if I can figure out how to do that really quickly. So I'm going to cut them in 3s, and like that, and like that, and just pull off the little backing here. Sorry, and I got to smile. Yell at me, smile, Karen. I get doing this and my brain starts thinking and I get a serious look. It's not that I'm serious, it's just that I'm thinking. So, I know you can't see my face, but I figure you can see my eyes and my forehead. And they get all funny and wrinkled. Okay, and we're gonna go like that. And I dropped one of these down here, so I'm gonna need it. Okay, and we're gonna go like that. So we're just gonna kind of make a star shape with it. And then I'm gonna take the pink and do a few pink on the outside of it also, because that's the other color that I have. So there's our project. Yay. Again, we're going to let it all dry nicely. You can do a second coat once this is all dried nicely. If you want it really shiny, you can do a second coat of glue. And that will make it shine really pretty. It'll give it like a glossy little shine to it. So thanks for joining us, and we're so happy. I hope you're having a great week. Bye.